high quality lip balm is not difficult to make. This is the equipment you need. A chopping board, scales, big knife, some sort of stirring utensil, a bowl for weighing. We're going to be using the double boiler method, so a metal pan and a stainless steel bowl for melting. Pyrex for your carrier oil, another Pyrex for your essential oil. A bigger Pyrex with a lip on it to pour into tubes or tins. Let's run through the ingredients quickly. We'll go into their benefits later. White beeswax, shea butter, cocoa butter, sweet almond oil, vitamin E oil, and our scent, sweet orange. Let's set up then. Scales, weighing bowl. First ingredient, shea butter deeply nourishes and restores dry, cracked lips. Looks like mashed potato. Get it in the melting bowl. We've got cocoa butter, adds richness and a protective barrier to lock in hydration. Sort of messy when you chop it, it breaks apart. Get it weighed. And throw it in with the shea butter. Set that to one side. Next, we have got our beeswax white. It adds richness, adds a protective barrier to lock in hydration. It gives the lip balm its substance. White is better than yellow for lip balm. Sweet almond oil softens and smooths dry, cracked, chapped lips. Full of vitamins, rich in moisture. Pour down something like I'm doing there. Stops it dribbling down the bottle. I'm not filmed very well, but you can see that I'm pouring down onto my utensil. Let's weigh the vitamin E. Acts as an antitoxicant to support the skin of the lips. Also extends shelf life. Sweet almond oil adds a nice fruity, orangey scent. Again, pouring down. I'm pouring into the vitamin E. At first it looks all gloopy and gluggy, but give it 10 minutes, it combines. You can see some of the gloop there at the bottom. That will combine. Let's set up our tubes. I use these big bastards. They're like cardboard on the outside, but they are solid with like a waxy interior, no plastic. So you want to clump them together, then put a lacquer band around it. This is if you're using tubes, you can use tins. I'm going to be filling around 30 tubes, so get yourself around 30. I know it's not 30 there, but double boiler. Put boiling water in a pan and put that big old bowl on top. First thing is to melt the beeswax. It takes the longest. If you throw it all in together, you can get away with it, but if you want to be high level, then do your beeswax first because it takes the longest, and you want to minimize the exposure to the heat, to the other ingredients. This is on ×8 speed. I want to try and keep this video concise. Now that's melted, I'm going to throw in my other ingredients. If you want to be even higher level, you can add your cocoa butter in just before the shea butter, because that takes slightly longer than the shea butter. Give that a stir, get all them big nugs melted down. There's a nug there that needs more chopping, so I've fished that out to demonstrate. Continue on ×8 speed. Don't be afraid to fish out problematic nugs and give them another chop. Once it's all melted down, let's throw in our first oil, which is the carrier oil, sweet almond oil. You can see that instantly that it unmelts, it reforms the solidness. So continue stirring. I'm on a low heat here, I'm not going crazy on the heat. You see there, it's combined nicely into one. Chuck in the essential oil and vitamin E combo. Give it a little stir. That ain't gonna create a lot of unmeltedness. Okay, now I'm gonna pour in my mixture into that big old Pyrex with the lip on it. One level up for me would be getting a melting pan with a lip. And I'm going to fill my tins. Now you notice I'm not going all the way to the top. I'm filling my tubes. I'm not going all the way to the top on these tubes. The reason for this will become clear. So nice and steady. The neater you can get here, the better, because if you dribble the wax down, it's a bit of a pain in the ass to clean each individual tube. The more you do this recipe, the better you get at every stage. You get the idea? So I'm going to speed up now. Looking good. 10 minutes in the fridge. Post-fridge, can you see the mysterious hole that's formed? I call it the Etsy hole. If you go on Etsy, you see lip balms with them holes in it. Not slagging off the guys on Etsy selling stuff, but just take that extra little step and you're instantly, you're elevated from amateur to something approaching a professional lip balm maker. So give it another top up, then get it back in the fridge for a bit. Good hour. Let it really set. You want to avoid any grittiness whatsoever. Shea Butter in particular is a mare for grittiness. I've made every possible mistake in making products. If you leave your lip balms out on the side when it's got Shea Butter in it, there's a good chance for going gritty. It's perfectly fine to use, but if you just want to be like high level in your lip balm endeavours, then get it in the fridge. And then this is the final product. A professional looking tube of lip balm with a nice clean edge. I've run a knife over some of those so that they're slightly overfilled, just to give it a nice even surface. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you got some value from this video. You can support me by going to fullsetproducts.com, buying some of my excellent products. Like and subscribe. If you like what you see, watch some more of my content. Thanks very much.